welcome to my tutorial, well, not a tutorial, but an introduction to the Delta 77 UNSC Pelican. As you can see, it's got 4 rockets. Apparently have nothing in them, so let's fix that. This is survival ready. This one is the base model, so you don't have the jump drive, but in turn I have put several uranium reactors on the inside. Let's see. Well, you can't really see them because they're blocked by the batteries, but they're in there. Anyways, you got the 4 missile pods. You got the 2 Gatling guns for the pilot controls. You got 1 big gun for the co-pilot. You got some thrusters, atmosphere thrusters. I made them make them look like intakes. That's an atmosphere. Those are hydrogen. It's got a connector on the bottom for if you want to park it. And then you got storage up in the tail right here, which in fact, if I do BINC, or what was it again? What was it? Hold on one second. My apologies, folks. It is BICN. But anyways, those are the storage containers. That's where a lot of the fuel is as well. You got the rear thrusters. You got those thrusters on the wings. You got two large fuel containers, 1 and 2. And then, like I said, these are the reactors right here. And as you can see, those are thrusters. This is how the plane is kind of, if you want to call it, plumbed. The plumbing is pretty decent. This button here does the ramp. It's a little slow. That is the mag lock that you can grab materials or vehicles, and you can store it up there. And then finally we have the crew quarters, which you can sit in. Those are the lights up above. Close the hatch. It's kind of slow. This is a survival kit. You can go in there and mess with some of the containers if you want. Pretty sure that I can access containers. Yep, from here. Right from here. You won't be able to put anything big in it though, so that's the unfortunate part. You got first aid panel, cabinet. And then this door does close, and it does, this area is sealed. Airtight, I should say. It's got a little air vent right there. This seat controls if there's nobody else in, well, actually it's not moving right now, so, yeah. So if the front seat gets damaged, you can actually get into the back seat, and it'll do the same thing as controlling. So, if you press 1, it controls the front gun. And then if you get out and you get into the pilot seat, you can then start flying it. Which, let's go down to the canyons, shall we? On the bottom panel, you'll have several different buttons. If you have build info, it comes in really good handy to know what you're doing. Number 2 is for the unlock button on the bottom for if you're parking or unparking. Number 1 is the landing gear, which it has instead of the actual arms that come out and extend. They were a little janky, unfortunately. Number 4 and 5 is your thrusters. Number 3 is your ramp on the back. That way you can unload and offload, or unload and load troops. Number 7 is your hydro tanks. So if you need to fill your tanks, just press that button, and if you're connected to a station, it'll fill it up pretty quick. 8 is batteries. Okay, so it doesn't do that. It's good. If you have any ice, it also does H2 generators. And let's go ahead and go downwards towards the bottom. Anyways, and then for this one, yeah, from the pilot seat, you can also control the front gun. That is only if you're stationary. I would only recommend it if you're stationary. But for the pilot, you have number 2, which is the Gatling guns that you saw before. As you can see, it does pretty good damage. I mean, I don't have anything to test it on right now, but we can test it on the limited edition once I get there. Right now, and I don't think the pods for the rockets are not really working that well. So, and this thing is kind of a tank. It is kind of a tank to slow down on, but if you have good atmosphere thrusters should kick in pretty nicely. But now I'm just kind of sending it downwards right now. And then let's see how fast it stops. Planet gravity is 1.0. It's kind of a tank to stop falling, but as you can see, minimal damage. Yeah, looks like minimal damage that we took. That is a base of some sort, so let's go ahead and test the guns on it. The rockets, you'll have to figure out a different source, or you can put artillery rockets on. That's just tearing right through it. God dang. So we're gonna reload now and come in for another round. Yeah. And we're off. Ah, that's a security drone. That's a security drone that just came in trying to save themselves. It's got pretty good. you're no match. Haha. And he's down. Anyways, this ship can go in and out of space. It's just recommended that all thrusters be intact, or you upgrade the thrusters. If you have tiered thrusters in your server, I would highly recommend using those to the best of your ability. For fuel consumption, it is pretty decent. I've only used 7% so far, with all of I've been doing so far. It has a fuel capacity of, let me see, hydro capacity of almost, I think, 58.2 kiloliters. Sorry. Hydrogen storage. Okay. 1.42 milliliters. Sorry. And then, no, sorry. 1.54 milliliters. Oh my goodness. And then it has a output, if you're just hovering above something, of about 1.56 kiloliters a second. So, hydro thrust. Say if we want to enable everything, override everything, and make it to where it's going at max, which is kind of doing. Hold on. There we go. So now we have a max output of about 5.08. So it's pretty good. We just lost one engine. Let's see how it takes damage. It will take off to outer space. It's just a little slow because of the speed limit in this game. But as you can see, we passed the part where the oxygen is, which should have ended. Oh, that's because our cockpit is pressurized. We passed the clouds, therefore there's no more air, no more oxygen, no more height, no more atmosphere, and we're just kind of cruising. Although you do have to kind of angle it to where both sets of bottom and forward thrust is going upwards. That's why I said it's recommended to have tiered thrusters. Otherwise, it's a great all-round aircraft. But some planets, like this planet, for example, this planet has it to where peak gravity is still 1.0. It's given the full effect after after you get out of the atmosphere. So Uh, Therefore, the atmosphere thrusters are no longer working. So it's, yeah. And so now that I've demonstrated that it can take off and out of the atmosphere, gonna see how it demolishes. Oh, and by the way, a single warhead can destroy this entire ship. So if you want to reenact the Noble team, where they took a space drive into a Covenant ship, you're most likely gonna. It's a suicide mission. I mean, yes, you can do that. You can always reenact that. That'd be wonderful, especially with the maglock on the back of it. Yeah, I actually did it one time whenever I was taking photos of this before I was posting it, and that's how I got this on to the web. So let's go ahead and make it to where we can see everything, to where the sun is in the light. There we go. And so how we're going to do this is we're going to kind of glide across. Well, first we're going to face first into the ground at max speed. And it's getting close. Face first into the ground. And then I'm going to demonstrate how the cockpit kind of switches to the co-pilot after the first one's been destroyed. Full thrust. Ta-da! And so you got the second one. See how that just kind of allows you to. And now because you're kind of getting the full effect of everything, and the atmosphere is light, so now we can kind of simulate a bird going down, I suppose. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of chunky and heavy, yeah. So now we just kind of classic. Just like sandpaper. Oh goodness! Open sesame. Oh goodness! Yeah, and we're stuck, boys. I don't know if. Oh yeah, you can see it. Okay. Oh my god! Let me just. Make it to where it's not stuck. Please? Jenkins! Oh no! We're going down. Watch out, boys. Oh, I should probably turn off the gyros for more effects. Oh goodness. Oh, now we're rolling. Oh goodness. Now, let's see if she flies. See if she flies. See if she can. See if she. Oh my god, she flies! Oh, gyros, 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 gyros. There we go. I'd say that's one tough bird. That's one tough bird. Look at that. All the insides of her are gutted almost. Oh goodness. I mean, half of her system is compromised, I'd just say. That side where it says blue and whatnot, that system is going to fail soon. So, I mean, but it still has fuel. Still has some fuel tanks. It's actually one of the features that I made it into. Like even if some of the system, like in the front, see where the orange is? That was actually supposed to be thrusters. And I don't think they're working anymore. Let me just make sure. Yeah, thrusters are no longer working because they're out of fuel. And they're not connected to the fuel source. So, and because it has fuel all over in several different spots, it can still fly. Let's not go in the dark, shall we? So let's go ahead and take it for a complete let's bottom it out like max speed. Let's do that. Let's bottom it out. See if it still flies. But overall, I think this is a great bird. The only problem that I've had so far with this was when you damage the top area, like where the black spot is, the reactors inside tend to create radiation. So if you don't fix that soon, it tends to kill you, should I say. And now that the control seat has been destroyed, I'm going to make another one and see if it still flies. Which it is actually in the ground right now, so let's fix that where it's not in the ground. It still flies. It still flies. By the way, most of this is heavy armor, if I'm not mistaken. I know the front is. The front is very much heavy armor. But most of the rest of it is light armor. Yeah. So I've done this on several servers. I actually requested to test it on different servers by different people, and this is actually the same result that they've had. So it's not me being janky or anything like that. I think if you had a higher speed capability, it would do a lot more damage. Say if you had like 500 meters a second, I would say it would do a lot more damage. But let's I think this is where we all been waiting for, and let's put a bomb on this baby and deliver it, shall we? So let's go ahead and Go down to the bottom here. Let's just kind of park it. There we go. So yeah, you guys are more than welcome to test it out and see if it lives up to the name of being almost indestructible, kind of. I don't want to call it indestructible because then somebody will prove me wrong. But let's deliver this payload, shall we? Let's put a timer on it. No, we don't have the button! Dang! I have to stop this timer. So, we'll put this off to the side for right now. Because we're still gonna do a little bit... I mean, maybe... Alright, let's, oh my god, why are they still going? There's still there's bombs are still going. Stop the countdown. Thank you. Alright, so let's look at the limited edition. Copy. This is the limited edition. It's no different than the first one, other than the top here. Let me see. Ah, yes. Got some. I think it's up here. Yeah. So this one is different. This one has a Prototech jump drive. Please do not download this and mistake it for anything. And then it does have reactors. I did put some reactors in there as well. This model has the Prototech jump drive. Please do not download it and dislike it because you didn't have the proper mods, because this was made for the Stone Industries server, so it is in the description. If you didn't read it, then that's on you. So anyways, let's go ahead and deliver this payload somewhere. Let's see. Let me just get rid of this guy. And like I said earlier, how the reactors kind of make it to where there's a lot of radiation. I'll show you here in a minute. I think we'll be able to get into there, maybe. But yeah. Alright. So that's doing its thing. It still flies. But the thing I was talking about radiation. Ah, yes. So we look here. On the bottom left of my screen, it is currently getting a little hot in radiation. So let me just maybe it got destroyed. Hold up. Oh no, they're right there. So let's just say if one got damaged, so to speak. now it creates radiation. So if you don't fix those within a certain time frame, you're gonna die very quickly. So let's see if it still runs, because we just had a bunch of... Okay, so I don't think we're able to take off anymore. No, I guess not. So we basically disable it to the point where it is now limping, quite literally. We still have all the atmosphere thrusters. Oh nope, we took two. We took two out. Okay. Well, so much for that. But it stayed in the air for a long time. And this ship actually has a lot of ammo capacity, by the way. I hope you know that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that payload. Did I drop out somewhere? Oh, there it is. It's over there. There we go. Got it. There we go. We're George on this baby. Hopefully it doesn't blow up, maybe? And now, if we go to activate them, sorry. Let's just make it to where the thrusters are overridden. No! Start the countdown. And now we're ready. I'm going to go into the front. That's too slow. But anyways, that's how it is. There's literally nothing other than this little piece and those pieces. But, ooh. Let's see what's left of it. That's crazy. And now there's nothing almost. Well, actually, it might have a little bit coming down still. But, hey, at least you still have the gun. I think. Yeah, there's the gun. Disintegrated. But anyways, that's it for this video. There's still parts of it coming down somehow, somewhere. But without a trace, a good set of bombs will disintegrate it. And if you want to do an asset denial whenever you deliver a bomb, I suppose that would really work. Oh shoot, it does take off. I don't know for how long though. It doesn't have enough thrust, I don't think. I don't think it has enough thrust. Well, it has enough thrust to get off the ground, but that's because of the front thrusters. But I mean, if you wanted to, I suppose you could. Nope. It's a dead bird. The only use she is right now is put a SOS beacon on there and lure the enemies to it and make bombs. That's it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys later.